Next up is the single and wrong answer. It's the side to side deadlift. All right, family, Boy for Christ ATL. And today we're working on CD3, conditioning drill 3. The previous weeks we've done CD2, CD1, obviously 1 first, then 2. But we've done the previous conditioning drills. Today we're going to work on conditioning drill number 3. And the first exercise is going to be the Y squat. I've worked on this before, but for whatever reason, man, it just did not come through. So we're going to go ahead and knock this out today for the family. So again, next up, or first up, is the Y squat. I want to tell you what is one thing. CD3 is going to be 5 exercises more. So CD1 and CD2 consist of 5 exercises. CD3 consists of 10. But without further ado, the Y squat. All right, family, so the Y squat. The starting position is going to be straddle stance. Most of these exercises are going to be straddle stance, by the way. But anyway, so straddle stance, and you're going to be performing the Y with your arms. Your palms are going to be facing inward, overhead. All right, you're going to do your best. I know we have our little limitations, be it mental or physical, but we have our limitations. But the goal is to get beyond our limitations, right? So, and to push forward no matter what. So, arms over here, forming a Y, palm facing inward, facing each other. Our stance is going to be straddle stance, shoulder width apart roughly. And what we're going to do, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. But whenever we are doing any type of squatting, what we're going to do is we're going to hinge at the hips. Stick your butt out, poke your butt out. But what you're going to do, not over exaggerate it, right? We're not trying to get people's attention. There we go. We're trying to perform an exercise that's going to help us, right? So if I can get it out, when we're performing a squat of any type, we're hinge at the hip. So you're going to perform create a crease right here in the this area here. Now, the way you do that, let's come a little closer so you can see. All right. So the way you do that is you're going to just boom, like turn it out just a little bit, right? Like nothing crazy. I'm not about to get on here and start twerking or nothing, but just a little bit, just boom, right? That's all you're doing, here to here, here to here. That's hinging at the hip. Your hip is literally tilting forward, all right? You poking your cheeks out. So from there, you have your position. And from there, you just go ahead and you sit down. You sit, and you come back up. Now, with your arms, I'm gonna take a step over so you can see a little better. With your arms, while you're doing this, while you're hinging at the hip and getting that squat, right? You're not squatting forward. To be honest with you, I don't even know how some people do that. And you don't want to do that because then all that force will start shooting straight towards your knees and your kneecaps, and you don't want your kneecaps shooting across the floor. So, hinge at the hip, bring it down. You're sitting back on your heels as much as possible, and your upper body, your torso, is remaining as upright as possible. I meant to bring something so you guys can see, but I'm gonna try with something I see over there. But your arms are gonna be overhead, hinge at the hips, bring it down, back up, down, back up. All right, back down, back up, down, back up. Boom. All right. That's the Y squat. From the front, it looks like this. Down, back up, down, back up. That's your Y squat, guys. Boom. All right, so I would get Mama Bear to help me, but she's over there getting her workout in, so I'm not gonna bother her. All right, so this pole here, right, is going to simulate the line in which we're trying to maintain when we're doing any type of squatting. All right, so I'm gonna do the doggo thing. All right, so from here, as you can see, right, it's on my back, right? It's touching my head, it's on my back, literally on my back, and it's kind of sort of on my glutes area there, right? Some people may be fortunate enough to have a straight line from their head straight down, and other people got little bumps along the way. Anyway, so we're here, right? When we're squatting, so we hinge at the hips, and then we're squatting. We're squatting. We'll back up. All right. Now I'm gonna hold it with two hands here, just so you can see. So we got one arm up. We're squatting. We're squatting. We're squatting. We'll back up. You see how it never left my head or my hips, right? So some people, like you'll see them, and they'll squat, and it'll come off. You see how it's coming off? You don't want that, right? That means you're too forward. So come back up, all right? Squatting, down, back up. Not this, this, back up. That's how you squat, fam. That's how you squat. Woo! All right, so the next thing up is the single leg deadlift. With the single leg deadlift, like any other deadlift slash squatting, we want to make sure, like as I just showed you guys, we want to make sure that we have our neutral spine. So the importance of the spine is this, or straight back or whatever, neutral. This is your natural position, right? Your natural posture. I am literally at my strongest right here in this position here. All right. The second I do this, I become weaker. The second I do this, I become weaker. The second I do this, I become weaker. Whenever I knock that spine, I'm way too close. My bad. The second I knock that spine out of alignment, I instantly start losing power, start losing strength, and that's the upside, is actually losing strength. The downside is I raise the risk of injury. All right, so just keep that in mind. Had to take a brief intermission here. Anyway, we're back. So the single leg deadlift. All right, we're going to be working on our, not just our posture, but the ultimate goal is to work on our stability. All right, agility and stability. Agility, stability. Just keep that in mind. So turn to the side for you guys. But the single leg deadlift is going to be makily. Tell you what, for y'all who've been watching me, holding your boy down, all these words I'm making up, let's start my own dictionary. All right, I done said makely, I done said some other craziness. Anyway, so when performing the deadlift or the single leg deadlift, what we're going to be doing is we're going to take our hands and actually touch the floor. But single leg, the opposing leg, the leg that we aren't balancing on at the time, is going to swing up in the air. While all that's happening, what we're going to be doing is still maintaining, to the best of our ability, that flat back, that neutral spine. And also what we're going to be doing is we're going to keep our heel on the floor while touching the floor. All right. So the single leg deadlift, of course, straddle stance, right? That's how we roll. So with the straddle stance, what we're going to do is from here, we'll start with our left, right? Left leg, we'll shift our weight over to that leg. So literally shift the weight over to that leg, and I'll just start this way. We're gonna come down. As you can see, this leg's coming back, this is going forward. Coming down, touch the floor, heels on the floor, come back up. Don't say you can't do it, don't say that, just do it. Truth be told, I thought I couldn't do it too, until I actually did it. So you can do it, so do it with me, family. All right, shift our weight over. This leg comes off the ground. As this leg comes back, we come forward. Here's a trick, especially, well, I'm not gonna put any stipulations out there. Bend your knee, all right? Bend your knee, come on down, boom. Back up. From the side, single leg deadlift, leg comes up, we're balancing, keeping the spine as much as possible. Boom, hit the ground, heel, back up. We're not touching the heel, I'm just showing you that the heel is still on the ground. All right, that's the objective. Off, back, down, boom, back up. Boom, back up. Boom, back up. That's what we're doing, family. I want to show show you from the side because obviously you can see everything that's going on. But that is the single leg deadlift. Let's get it. Next up is the side to side knee lift. All right. For those individuals that have been trying to come up with a new dance move or something like that, now we're going to start getting to all that stuff, and maybe you can take one of these to your next graduation to show off your new moves. All right. In your mind, you know you'll be Xing out, but they think you'll be exercising, Xing out. Well, I ain't tripping. They'll think that you're dancing, but you'll be exercising. Or maybe they think you'll be exercising, you'll be dancing, whatever. So straddle stance, boom, right? From here, we're just gonna shift our weight over, all right? If, as a matter of fact, we wanna hop over because this is our center. And what we're gonna be doing is going from side to side knee lift, all right? So 1, pow, 2, pow, 3, pow, 4, pow. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, hold. That's what we're doing, all right? So it's not a Billy Blanks or some other body that came up with something. We're not stealing their stuff, right? It's our stuff. We're repackaging it. Anyway, just kidding. But that's the side to side knee lift. Again, we're working on our stability at this point. As we'll hop over, right? We're working on that stability, we're working on our strengthening, and get some new dance moves at the same time. Whew. All right, now time for our little mouthful, the front kick, alternate toe touch. There we go. But the front kick, alternate toe touch. What we're doing here is working on how to get our components. Really? Components. That's not what I meant. I meant opponents. But I was thinking combatives or combatant and opponent at the same time. Anyway, I'm gonna stop trying to put words together. Not that I'm really trying, it's just happening that way. But, so the front kick, alternate toe touches. The front kick, boom, alternate toe touch. So we're touching, boom, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. Front kick, alternate toe touch, all right? We're still working on our flexibility, working on our mobility, working on our stability, working on all the abilities, all right? So, again, from the side, what we're trying to do, what we're attempting to do is when we come up, is we aren't trying to round our backs. That's not the attempt, right? That's not the goal, that's not the objective. It is always to maintain that flat posture. Even when we come forward, we're still maintaining that flat posture, okay? So, here, 1, 2, 3, 1. If you can't touch your stinking toes, who gives a crap? The fact is that you're doing it, you're attempting it, right? And then over time, as you become more flexible, more mobile, you'll be able to do those things. But the front kick, alternate toe touch. There you go, family. Okay, family. The next exercise is the tuck jump. Now, I'm not Neo or anybody else that's from the Matrix, anything like that, so I won't be able to freeze and pause in the air, but it does involve jumping. So at this time, make sure that your area is clear above your head, that you are clear for takeoff, all right? So what we're gonna be doing is from a straddle stance, on count 1, we're going to spring up, tuck our arms underneath our legs, and then come back down for count 2. So if you don't say 2, you can't come down. I'm just kidding, all right? If you're that good, then we need to talk because you got some abilities that I want to learn. I'm not even gonna try to extort you and get money or anything like that. We'll do that to somebody else. But the goal here is to work on our landing in the event that we have to jump down, hop down, jump up on, whatever, all right? But we're working on our landing. So when you land, please do not allow your heels to strike the ground, especially not first, all right? The balls of your feet, which is that padded area right behind your toes, all right? The balls of your feet is Those are your springs. So you saw me do this here, that's how you're landing. You're not landing, I'm not even gonna do it because I'm not gonna just joke my back like that. But that force, your weight is your weight. You put it there. That's your weight. So you don't want your weight and that force shooting straight up your back. That's what you don't want. And how you allow that to happen is, especially if you're like a heel striker when you're running or something like that, or you jump and land on your heel, like that stuff like that, that's how that happens, all right? That's how you get hurt and you get those little sharp pains in your nerves. They start setting off, going off from setting alarms and things like that because that ain't right. So, land on the ball with your feet, boom, all right, boom. Slight knee bend as well. All those things absorb that shock from your weight hitting the ground. As long as you here, you're good to go. All right, so without further ado, the tuck jump. I almost give it a different name. So this is the starting position. From here, count 1. I'm just gonna go because I'm not gonna be able to freeze in the air like I said. So the count goes as such. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Hold. Tuck jump, baby. So that was the first 5 exercises in the conditioning drill 3, CD3, conditioning drill 3. Now, I'm just gonna keep going here. You'll see the second part next week, but CD3. Thank you guys for your time. And until next time, don't forget, comment, like, share, and subscribe. Share, subscribe, comment, and like. No, I tried to do it backwards. But anyway, you know what I mean. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, thank you for your time. Words, Luke. Peace.